Keanu Reeves was watching. A homeless man sat outside, shivering, starving. No one noticed, except for one waiter. Without hesitation, he gave away leftover food, expecting nothing in return. But what he didn't know, late at night, the restaurant was almost empty. A tired waiter wiped the counter, glancing at the clock. Just a few more hours, and he could go home. Then he saw something. A man outside, homeless, cold. His hands clutched his stomach. He was starving. The waiter hesitated. He knew the restaurant threw away bags of food every night. Perfectly good meals wasted. He made a choice. He grabbed a plate of leftover food, quickly wrapped it up, and slipped outside. "Here," he whispered, handing it over. The homeless man's hands shook as he took it. His eyes filled with tears. "Thank you," he whispered. The waiter nodded and turned back inside, unaware. Keanu Reeves was watching. The silent observer, sitting alone in the back of the restaurant, a cap pulled low, Keanu had seen everything. The way the waiter acted without hesitation. No cameras, no recognition, just pure kindness. Keanu put down his fork. He had seen generosity before, but this was different. This was a man who had nothing, giving anyway. And that's when Keanu made a choice of his own. The moment that changed everything. The waiter walked back inside, sighing. His paycheck barely covered rent. His shoes were worn. His uniform faded, but he never complained. A shadow moved beside him. He turned and froze. "Hey," Keanu said, standing in front of him. The waiter blinked. You're Keanu Reeves." Keanu smiled. "What's your name?" "Daniel," the waiter stammered. "Daniel," Keanu said. "I saw what you just did." Daniel's heart pounded. Had he done something wrong? Would he be fired? Then Keanu reached into his pocket and pulled out something that made Daniel's knees go weak. A check. A check with his name on it, and the amount, $50,000. Keanu's gift. "You deserve more," Keanu said. "You gave without thinking. Now it's your turn to receive." Daniel stared, speechless. "Quit this job," Keanu continued. "Follow your dreams, and never stop being who you are." Daniel's hand shook as he took the check. Tears burned his eyes. I don't know what to say," Keanu smiled. "Just promise me one thing." "Anything. One day, when you can help someone else the way you helped him." Daniel nodded, unable to speak. The power of one small act. The next day, Daniel's story spread like wildfire. News outlets covered it. Social media exploded. Keanu Reeves rewards waiter for feeding the homeless. People were inspired. Comments flooded in. This is what the world needs. A true hero. Kindness always comes back around. But Daniel didn't care about the attention. He knew the real lesson. One act of kindness can change a life. The lesson that stays forever. Keanu didn't do this for headlines. He did it because he believed in something simple. Do good, even when no one is watching, because kindness, no matter how small, always comes back full circle. Call to action. Would you have helped the homeless man? Let us know in the comments. If this story inspired you, like, share, and subscribe to Heroic Hearts, because somewhere out there, another act of kindness is waiting to be told.